And tell me what you feel or hear or see.
I am sitting on a bench. I am sitting on a park bench with an archangel on my left. He's male and he has wings. And to the right of me is Andrew. And the archangel hands me a bag of popcorn and I pass it to Andrew. And he immediately begins to eat the popcorn as if someone is going to take it away from him.
Does it feel like everyone is comfortable in that space?
Yeah, we're eating popcorn.
Awesome. Is that one of Andrew's favorite snacks?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. So does the angel have a name?
Metatron.
Ah. Would you ask them if they have anything that they would like to share, or can we ask our questions?
I'm just hearing let's begin.
Let's begin. All right. So the first question was, what is the best course of treatment for me? For my OCD would be how I would phrase that first question.
I am fine. People want to change me and don't understand. I am just a mirror for others.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So, based on that response, I'm not sure if the next couple of questions are even relevant, but I'm going to ask them anyway because they were posed in terms of what the best treatment is for my OCD. Would the response be the same? I am fine.
I see Andrew as a young child.
Okay.
Drinking milk from a bottle.
Okay. Is anyone else there?
His parents are around him.
Mm-hmm.
I sense that they're a little concerned about him. Maybe something has shifted.
Andrew was able to feel that concern that his parents had about him.
Yes.
He was aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Are his parents talking or saying anything? Or interacting with Andrew?
I feel they're arguing about him.
Did this worry Andrew?
Yeah, he's telling them to stop, but they're not listening. Well, the reason why they're not listening is because he's not verbally expressing it. And Andrew's saying, I am who I am. Like, look at me through the divine creator. Through the divine creator's eyes. So he's telling his mother that you asked me to be a mirror, a reflection for you. I don't need to change. I am who I am. Do you hear me?
I do. That was beautiful.
There's a world out there full of hate, full of hurt, full of shame. He's saying he doesn't belong in that category.
So he doesn't belong in the category of the world that's full of hate, hurt, and shame.
Yes. His heart, I just see like his heart, there's a whole bunch of like hearts coming out from his heart, and it's like all going up and all going up to the heavens, like all these hearts He has so much love.
Beautiful.
He's saying that he loves his mother so. I'm gonna cry. He loves his mother so much, but she doesn't see the love that he gives her because she needs to find it within herself. But I see Andrew as what we call normal because there is no normal.
Right.
You know, someone that is expressing himself the way the way that his mother wants him to express himself. He doesn't communicate verbally.
Right.
The way I'm seeing him now, yes, he is expressing himself verbally.
Right. The way his mom would like to see him.
That's right. And he has like this strong voice.
His voice and his expression is strong.
Mm-hmm.
The love that he's sharing is strong and immense.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other questions, why did I choose this life for me? Earlier, you said that Andrew said you asked to be a mirror, a reflection for you. Is that the response to that question? Why did I choose this life for me?
He's holding this mirror. It's almost like a portal, and he asks his parents to walk through it. I feel that they do, and they speak to each other when they are in their dream state. They can easily walk right through.
Okay.
And be with him and join him. So he's asking them to do just that. And they're walking through this opening so they can communicate much clearer when they are in their dream state.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're right there, but not quite meeting up.
That's right. Mm-hmm. It's like a veil.
The veil is there in their waking moment.
Yeah.
And they do communicate in the dream state, but when they wake up, they don't necessarily either remember it or consider it real.
Correct.
Okay. So maybe there's a way that at some point they'll be able to shift that veil during their waking hours or give more validity to the dream state experiences.
Yes. Frustrated, the parents.
Okay.
They have to meet me.
Meet me halfway kind of thing?
Meet me halfway, exactly. He kind of almost laughs about it.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
how frustrating it is.
Yeah, he kind of laughs about it. You know, there's a strong presence. It's like his higher self is saying, you know, this is what, this is a situation.
Yeah.
And it's almost comical in a way. It's interesting how we see things differently in a higher perspective.
One of the other questions was, what do you think about?
As a human being, I feel limited. I sense he feels trapped.
As a human, in the physical body.
That's correct.
But not spiritually.
Correct. Oh, so he's showing me what ways that he can express himself is through drawing, through drawing, and you know what? I see him with a big camera because these are the lens that I see through. Like a limited view, through a camera.
Yes.
While everybody else sees the panoramic view. I'm not quite sure if he wants to take photos or it's more of a symbol.
You're kind of limited by the frame.
That's right. It's
of the lens.
Exactly.
Okay. And so I think that's a really great analogy to illustrate for mom how his focus, like a camera would focus in on certain things.
Yeah.
Part of what he's expressing is that when he sees the world, he's focusing in on certain aspects where other people might be taking a wide sweeping view.
That's right.
He's like a camera lens, just focusing in on one particular thing.
That's correct.
In great detail. And so when he's trying to express himself, because other people might be taking this sort of wide, expansive view, getting all this different stimulus in, they don't understand why he's focusing in on one aspect.
That's correct.
Are there other ways that he expresses himself that his parents might not fully understand?
I see like this big gym, and you know how like in the Olympics,
Yeah,
they have these acrobats, like they're rolling around like that. I don't know if he needs movement.
so movement is one of the ways he expresses himself. Does he physically enjoy the sensation of movement, like running around, rolling around, tactile sensations, or is that, am I misinterpreting that?
It's almost like a spinning thing.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if you used to like, how tops, tops, and just keep whirling around and around. I don't know if you used to like that type of thing. What he's saying is he needs to use more of his hands, like clay, like molding things, like touching the dirt. It's pottery, art, drawing, things with his hands. He needs to ground himself.
Ground himself.
I think that's why he's showing me this. Because he needs to be stable. He's spinning.
Okay.
But I think he needs to ground himself. One of the ways he can ground himself is through being outside, putting his feet into the dirt, right?
Yeah.
But also doing things with his hands.
So the spinning sensation, is that kind of something that he enjoyed in the past, but he still feels like he's moving in that direction, but he wants to do things that are more grounding?
I see him doing acrobatic stuff.
Okay, so he's doing both.
I see him pottery, putting his hands dirty, messy. Yeah. He's showing me his headphones. It's like it blocks everything out from the world. He's highly sensitive. He's highly sensitive because I see like his hair on his arms stand up. Yeah. It's like almost electrocuted in a way.
Yeah.
That's why he needs the ground.
And the headphones also help with that.
Yeah, the headphones.
a good pair of headphones and some clay would just be an amazing day.
Mm-hmm. It's like he doesn't need outside disturbances. And that's what we all need to learn.
Well, and he did mention that the outside world is full of hate and hurt and shame, and he doesn't feel like he belongs in that world.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be the just general stimulus is a lot, and he doesn't need that either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your mom also had some questions, Andrew, about helping your respiratory or allergy issues and skin or psoriasis.
I see him in the bathtub, like baking soda or raw honey to soothe the psoriasis and everything.
Okay.
Oh, and I see an inhaler. He's at that point where he's going to get one of these inhalers. It's like if he has asthma. It's like saying, just love me for who I am. And my heart will grow bigger. Accept me for who I am. Because it's all about the lungs.
One of the other questions was, are you happy?
I see nuns. I see them with his mom, like around his mom. I wonder if she wants a Catholic stall.
Did you say nuns?
Nuns. Yeah, they're wearing a habit.
Oh.
But this is not for Andrew, this is for his mom. The word shame comes up. I don't know whether or not they would make her feel a certain way in school.
Does Andrew feel like sometimes his mom might be or feel ashamed of him?
I wasn't quite sure if it's the nuns with her and they were making her feel ashamed, like a certain way, and yet she is projecting that on him. If she does feel that towards him, it's not really about him, it's about her.
Exactly.
And I believe it started when she was young, and it has to do with these nuns.
Okay. Okay, so that shame from her childhood might be projected on her son.
Yes.
Got it. Another question was, do you like your mother and father? And
He's laughing.
I think he said it earlier. He said he loves them.
Mm-hmm.
But this question was, do you like them?
That's why he's laughing. He's laughing. He's like, if only they knew. He sees them not the way we see them. He sees the good in them. Like he sees their spirit, their soul.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying if only they can see themselves the way I see them. That's why he's laughing.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you would like to share today? 'Cause I think we've gone through all of the questions and then some. But if there's anything else, that would be great.
No, I just says thank you for being my voice today.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity. I do have one question though. Do you think we need to do this again to confirm? Are you open to other sessions?
I don't mind speaking with you for me.
We don't want your parents to feel like they have to depend on an intermediary to communicate with you, because we still want them to be able to work through the veil you mentioned, the mirror you're holding up for them. But just in case, you're open to that idea.
He just drew like in the air
Uh-huh.
a big heart. And he's showing them how much he loves his parents.
Yeah. That's great. Well, thank you so much. And thank you to Metatron for coming in with the popcorn, making your presence known.
I just want to mention that earlier, when the angel was to the left and Andrew was to the right, so the angel gave me a bag of popcorn and I gave it to Andrew. And all I see is Andrew just eating popcorn. And then afterwards, we got up and we started playing Ring Around the Rosie. This is what they were saying, or they were trying to show me, is that we all need to have more fun, playfulness. And when we say we, he's really referring to his parents.
Well, that's a beautiful message to your parents. And I want to thank you, because I needed to hear that message too, because I need more fun in my life. So I'm I'm going to take that message from me too. Well, thank you so much. And is there anything you would like to add, Bernice?
No, we're good.
Good. All right. Well, with gratitude, Andrew, and blessings, we really appreciate you.
Why did he agree to come into this lifetime with what we call autism spectrum disorder? What were the lessons for him?
I'm getting that I knew there would be difficulties, but I didn't know the extent of it.
Okay.
I knew it would be difficult. I didn't know how difficult, because you never know until you're in it, unless you experienced it before.
Has he experienced this disorder before, or is this his first time?
No, not before. It's
His
his
first time.
first time.
Yes. Usually when we are in our pre-planning stages, we feel we can do so much up until we come down to earth and we realize that it's not an easy place to be.
I knew it wouldn't be easy. The physical is hard to imagine until you're in the physical. when you're not. It's just a different experience. So yes, I knew some of the difficulties, but there's no way to know for sure until you are in it.
So, what were a few of the difficulties that you knew were going to be occurring in your life?
Communication,
Okay.
physical limitations, lack of understanding. I knew that we wouldn't remember our true selves, and that makes it difficult too. But I knew all of that. It's just different when you're experiencing it in your body.
Mm-hmm. Or are there any lessons to be learned between his mother and himself?
Patience. I'm learning patience.
He's learning patience.
It's an extreme way to learn patience.
Yes, it is.
Patience with my parents and other people and myself.
What does his mother need to
The
learn?
same.
The same. Patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
She rushes through things. And it takes time to understand. Like, she tries to push through for answers that are based in human experience, but the answers she's looking for are not based in human experience. They're in our spirit, our souls, in the astral. And she's looking in the wrong place for her answers. And she gets frustrated. That's part of her learning patience, is realizing that she's not looking in the right place for answers.
And where should she be looking?
In her soul.
In her soul. Beautiful. One of the behaviors that he has is a looping or repetitive behavior. Is there any way that that can be toned down? Or something that his parents can do to ease that behavior?
I'm asking him if it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
No, it seems like it on the outside, but it's just part of the way that my body processes sensations.
Can you provide a little bit more detail on that? How your body processes the sensations? Can you do that for us, please?
So before I said that I'm not part of the world of hate and shame but that world also has a lot of physical input, and my body is very sensitive to that physical input.
Mm.
And so to experience it, the behavior that you called looping
Mm-hmm.
is how I express experiencing physical sensations, different physical sensations.
Understood. Thank you for that. Why does he hit himself?
The physical sensations are overwhelming, and it's a distraction to take me away from something I don't want to feel.
Is there another way that your parents can teach you to do something else aside from the hitting and the punching that provides you with a sense of ease as well?
They can't always change it, but sometimes they could help me move to a different environment, like a different room or a different place, or stop the input that is overwhelming.
Okay. To just change the situation or change the environment.
Yes, but it won't always help. But that's one thing they can help with.
Now, I know that he goes to a program, and he's been going to this program for a very, long time, for a couple of years. And during this time, with the COVID virus, they shut down the program. However, they're considering on reopening it. Is he considered high risk?
Yes, I would be considered high risk, and I missed the program. It's okay if I don't go. My parent, it would be more stress for my parents if I go, because it would be more for them to worry about.
Mm-hmm. So how can your parents make your days better or happier, everyone being in quarantine?
They don't have to try so hard. Like, they can do fun things just themselves. They don't have to hover over me every minute. I like seeing them have fun too.
They need a little bit more fun in their lives. We all do.
Yeah. If their job, like their only goal in life, is to make sure I have fun, that's not fun.
You're absolutely right.
And it's just work.
And it is just work, exactly.
And it defeats the purpose of what they're trying to do.
Should you be on medication, whether or not it's
holistic?
Sometimes it seems like the medication would make my parents' life easier, not necessarily mine. So, whatever they decide is fine because it's this experience. If they believe that a medication will help me do something that will give them relief, then I will take the medication for them.
So you're saying you don't need the medication.
I don't believe I do, but I want to help my parents just like they want to help me. So if it will help them calm down if I take medication, then I will take medication. But it's not for me. It's for them,
Understood.
for their peace of mind. For me, I don't need medication because, like I said before, this is just who I am.
Yes.
But I don't mind if they want me to take medication. I will take it. They should understand it's not for me, it's for them.
Thank you. With the autism spectrum disorder, there is a mind-body disconnection. Can you?
No,
There is not.
no, it's no. It is connection. It's connected. It's just very intense. The connection is so intense that people don't know what to make of it. It's not the disconnect, it's the opposite. It's a very intense connection, heightened sensitivities.
Mhm.
Everything is heightened, not disconnected. If there seems to be a disconnect, it's because we're trying to dim it or dampen the connection because it's so intense.
So intense.
So outside, people who don't understand think that it's a disconnect, but it's not.
Is there something that can be done in order for you to tone it down? That heightened sensation?
That's when sometimes I'm hitting myself,
Mm-hmm.
is to dampen the sensations. But I don't try to stop it, just lessen it a little bit. Environment.
The environment, yes, we talked about that before. Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Provide a message for your parents before we end the session?
They're doing fine. I know they're doing their best. We're all that. Just just doing our best.
That's what we are. Yes. Is the session complete?
Yes, this was fine.
Thank you, everyone. I thank everybody's higher self here to provide us with this beautiful opportunity to know more about Andrew